Okay.
Welcome to ozfortress Season 21 Premiership coverage for today's game of Daditude vs YUGIBOYS. I'm DuMmTm, I'm joined on production by Thermite, and with me on the mic is KPC.
KPC, yeah, that's me. Hello, how's it going?
Very good, still very early here in Germany, but I assume over in Australia it's a little bit different.
Yeah, time zones are awful. What is it, like 3 AM? 4 or 5? It's pretty annoying. I remember an old mate of mine wanted to play in ETF2L, but it required us getting up at 4 in the morning. So that lasted a whole maybe week and a half before we just gave up. Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Okay, yeah, but today's game, as mentioned before, is Daditude and against YUGIBOYS, and you as the resident Australian here on the mic probably have a little bit more insight on the team than I have. I watched one game of Daditude. I haven't seen the YUGIBOYS this season.
Yeah, YUGIBOYS is kind of they're a less serious team than, I guess, the Jasmine team, which is where a lot of their players come from. They're not, they're not trying super hard, but they are still quite dominant. They, I believe they've won a good majority of their games, but they haven't gone up against the other 3 teams that are pretty strong this season as well. So they haven't got a lot of coverage yet because, well, their games have just kind of been rolls, which is, I guess it happens when when all the strong players, make a team together. There's not much room for everyone else.
Yeah, and on the other side we have Daditude, currently seeded at 7th in Premiership, so a lower Prem team against the currently 2nd place. So if everything goes according to plan for YUGIBOYS, you wouldn't necessarily expect this to be tremendously close, but who knows what Daditude have up their sleeves for today.
Yeah, there's been talk about Daditude, I guess, not throwing, but not sticking to the cookie cutter classes all the time, especially against some of the top teams. Oh, we've got 8 people in the server now.
Well, as effective as the standard class lineup can be, just switching it up every once in a while can throw people off guard a whole lot.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm looking forward to, is some off classes, because I played my game against YUGIBOYS, and due to some horrible scheduling, we had to play 5v5, and so it started out very cookie cutter, as much as you can be with 5 players, and then one of our players played Pirate mid, and then from there it just kind of snowballed into 2 spies, sniper, all the good stuff.
Because we all know that 2 spies counter 1 pyro.
Obviously, yeah. You can only spy check 1 player at a time.
The big brain plays. Well, yeah. I remember a European game from week 1 that had not quite as much of, let's say, nonsense going on, but the European team Ascent was like going in the lead 4-0 really quickly, and then the enemy team just switched it off with like a high amount of off classes and somehow managed to sneak away around. So if stuff like this comes out earlier before the damage is already done with a 4 scoreline, and maybe Daditude can hold on to a tie, for example. So who knows?
Yeah. Something interesting that's going on in the chat here is our Bird, who's currently aliased as Boxes. But she is actually a Pyro main, which may come into play, although I think she's usually their medic. So not a lot of wiggle room for off-classing.
Well, as you know, Pyro, a very balanced class these days.
Yeah.
So there is definitely space where you can use the Pyro class these days, especially on the second map for the day, Gullywash.
Yeah.
When pushing out of last into lobby, a Pyro just has the range to hit practically everything in lobby.
Yeah, and of course the new updates, so just walk into a room and throw your mouse around and you'll get a kill. Which is always fun. Alright, we have 12. So, YUGIBOYS have an interesting roster in that they have basically their entire team can play any class at a really high level. But I think we're going to see the Enrith demo, probably the Yui Rockety as soldiers, and the Elmo Geo Scouts with Dave on medic. I think.
That sounds reasonable. A couple of those definitely play classes I know them from the past, so that sounds promising to me.
Not too sure about Daditude, although Faith is definitely a scout. I think Time has been playing Roma. And Bird Medic. Emerald probably scout. And Dubious, I guess, pocket.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when there's two pyros on the server.
Yeah.
But who would you say is, like, on an individual level, the players on each team to look out for today?
So from YUGIBOYS, even, from such a strong team, Elmo is definitely always someone to watch. Always hitting his shots, dancing around damage, getting 30 kills on a mid. He's pretty good, so he's definitely someone to watch. Rocky, of course, if he runs his shotgun, will be quite a sight. And just Dave on medic, just dodging, being a slippery sausage, is always good to watch. And frustrating as a soldier main, when a medic just manages to slip through rockets. From Daditude, I'd say watch out for the Bird Pyro, if that comes out. Otherwise, Dubious and Faith are both solo plays. We've readied up. So this is
Video game time.
Video game time. I'm gonna try and find a demo man. Alright, do you want to take the first mid?
Alright. Both teams currently on their way. First up today is Sunshine. Enrith being quite a bit faster to mid. I don't know what happened there for Daditude, but YUGIBOYS much faster to mid. Both teams arrive now. Damage is being exchanged. I can see flames.
Yeah,
Pyro
the
is
Bird
on
Pyros come out.
First one for second soldier as well going down on the red side. And YUGIBOYS just moving across the point. Everybody jumps forward, denies the exit for the red team, and this is a decisive mid-win for YUGIBOYS.
Complete wipe. So yeah, they're not going to wait on not bothering with the cookie cutter. They're just going to go straight for the pyro, which is, understandable. Could be fun. Rocky's quite forward.
It is like soldier bomb centric mid fight. So the idea of a pyro would probably be deny things coming in, but didn't quite work out that way because they had the soldiers in their first. And now on last, again, with an uber advantage of this amount, they can just move
Double
forward,
spy.
use really late, and the spies can't do much against that.
Alright.
Quick first round for YUGIBOYS.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch all of Daditude. Okay, we have a sniper, we have a pyro with the thermal thruster, and no medic. That's quite a choice. So no heals on the side of Daditude. Okay. Their entire team arriving roughly in 2 waves. Rocky getting panned in Cafe. The sniper from Faith could do something if the rest of his team doesn't die horribly.
Looks like it's too little too late, and they got Rocky, and that was it. Looks like
worth TBH.
innovating the meta without a medic is not quite the way to go.
Probably not. Really kind of the one class you'll probably need. Bit of dueling going on in the lobby.
Yeah, not time, but the sniper here forward, Dubious, in fact, it was trying to just kill Dave in lobby, but he had about 2 shots, I think. None of them connected. Uber up, once 2 people are down, right into last, takes down Faith. And as Evo fades, it's just 3 people up, Emerald behind them on Demoman. Can't really hit a scout with air that easily and would need to hit him 2 times. Point gets played, quick second round.
Wonderful. Okay, still no medic from Daditude, but there's a spy. So this will be fun. Not really too much to say. Emerald rolling out to Cafe again, hoping to get that rocky pick. Not gonna work out. Elmo goes down first. Dubious traded out.
They're actually playing quite reserved this time around, just really passive due to the fact that they don't have heals. Which kind of makes sense, you would think, especially with 2 snipers as well. And this time, they only lose 3 people by just not like going aggressive into mid. But at the same time,
everywhere here for Dave. He's gonna have fun navigating through 2 snipers.
Well, Rocky leads charge, just moves in to make some space. Hits good damage on Red Demoman, but can't find a frag, has to leave. Emerald trying to contest, and they find Dubious in the process, and Emerald actually finds the medic. No heals now, on both sides.
That's the play. Even the playing fields.
Well, it looks like YUGIBOYS haven't given up hope here. Take down both snipers, get a Dubious pick as well. They lost Geo in the process, but that's affordable as long as you have the numbers at fight and lower lobby. Rocky wins that one. Lobby has been taken for the most part, but there's still snipers around, or at least 1. Making some space in lobby for his team with a pyro together. Rocky already spams on the sentry, and looks like Elmo takes down the pyro class. Overextends into lobby, into last alone. On top of
the
that,
mini sentries are out.
Quickly get punished. Oh, the mini sentries. Interesting.
That's disgusting. Rocky hits a nice little horizontal onto the scout, and they're just gonna take this relatively easy. No one up. 3-0 for YUGIBOYS.
Looks like 15 seconds of even Ubers wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, not quite. It's gonna be pretty difficult for them to do anything without heals or an Uber charge. But I guess they're just trying to have a bit of fun. Rocky's fast on mid, shows up. Good 5 seconds before anyone else.
Empty. Still hits them for a lot of damage and actually gets out alive as well.
Goes down to the pyro.
Dubious just goes aggressive alone. Nobody's in yet. Take 1v1, loses that one. 3 people down, only Rocky dies. At the end of that, and YUGIBOYS moving forward. Pyro denies the jump from Yui completely. Doesn't matter, he still finds the soldier on the other side of the second point.
Oh, nice upward rocket there from Yui. Taking out that pyro.
Emerald also trying his hardest to stay behind lines. Not quite as easy as you would think against 2 people with heals on your case. So YUGIBOYS takes second. Big Uber advantage. They might wait or not. They have advantage to make this work, but spawns will come up now.
Time on spy play. Time
quickly
takes
and
down
decisive
the
shot at all. Not even waiting a second. And nobody was looking his way either.
Oh, the medic's back up on Daditude's side.
I also see a heavy hiding in the corner with a mini sentry, so they actually have a somewhat of a defensive setup, but it doesn't matter. Devo comes in, and they're already 3 down now. Make that 4 with Emerald going down as well. Only healed heavy on the point. Pyro spawning now. Heavy gets sniped down by you. Time on the pyro. It's too little too late. And
that's the 4-0. I guess if you run every single off class all the time, eventually you're gonna get it right and be the right class at the right time. But it still didn't do all that much, and they lose that. Sorry, there is a medic from Daditude's side on this mid, and they also have a heavy.
There's also a sniper and a spy on the YUGIBOYS. The double pick class against the heavy. I like that.
Pause? No, that was just me lagging. Oh.
No, good Australian internet. Brought to you by the server. Yeah, in the mid
so the heavy's arrived.
At choke, Geo gets the first pick onto them. Rocky comes in from behind, deals so much damage. Everybody on YUGIBOYS comes in off that. Complete destruction at choke. Only Emerald and Mr. Console Gamer up.
Revolver down.
And now just Emerald wrapping around behind them, merely down by Enrith. No problem for him. And even heals, not enough.
So yeah,
No,
the
a
off-class
450 heavy.
response on that mid seemed to work out for YUGIBOYS.
Yeah, why have to deal with a 450 health class when you can just pretty much one-shot them or two-shot them with pick classes?
Yes, 200 IQ play there from Elmo, who is currently behind, gets 2 stabs on the heavy
and the soldier.
The soldier. And he's getting... Oh, and he lives the spy check attempt from Bird. They're just gonna come in top left here. With
He was
the
on
Huntsman
the Huntsman.
sniper.
Huntsman sniper can't do anything, and we would on DuMmTm, the last one alive. He will try, but you can only fail in that situation.
5-0 in about 8.5 minutes. And they did not exec the config. Wonderful. So that was a game, I guess.
Well, halfway through, daditude realized that with the classes they had, they should probably not try to play this like they would be playing with normal classes, and actually like played kind of defensively. Once they had double sniper to mid, and realized let's maybe not go in without heals and stand here, protect our sniper. But it was not enough.
A valiant attempt, but
yes, definitely.
merely delayed it for a little while. So, second map, Gullywash. Which is actually a Highlander map, unfortunately. So maybe these off-classes will do a little bit more. But not super likely.
Well, I always like to say that Gullywash is probably the most pyro-friendly map in like 6s. Just because of like some areas being comparatively easy on you. And the fact alone that you can detonate a jump up, drop down as a pyro and come in from behind like your bomber.
Just looking at the logs
Which
for no
given
reason.
the game, I kind of want to see. Oh yeah, logs as well. I mean, there won't be much to say about.
No, we can see
but
that
it
our
might be funny.
Bird was the best pyro with a whole 1 kill. So that's something. See, Elmo, 2 frags on Spy, played 1 minute 40. Whereas the Spy play from the other team... See, 2 minutes with 2 frags. Very similar Spy plays. Really not much to say about these logs.
I just like the fact that YUGIBOYS have about twice the damage in total on their team compared to daditude.
Yeah.
Which about sums up the game very nicely.
Essentially, yeah.
Oh, just 2 airshots this game. That is the real tragedy here. I am disappointed.
Yeah.
The heal stats are also very interesting to look at because there's just one. It doesn't even show any automatic whatsoever. They had a combined playtime on medic of about 2.5 minutes. So that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's about a quarter of the time the match lasted, so we've readied up on Gullywash.
I think the most interesting thing just now saw is that Dave healed himself for 10%. I don't know how that happened, but we have a game on Gullywash.
Yeah, just turn the medigun on themselves. So, Spy from Elmo.
I don't see a medic again, but I see a pyro and a sniper. And I see daditude not approaching them very aggressively. We have the pyro under the point. Everybody else just passively waiting. Console Gamer and Dubious actually following up after. Gio wants to check, that takes a lot of damage, gets taken down from top. The pyro has so much damage from point. Dave goes down to it, everybody else just got air blasted away. 2 picks for daditude, but that's not enough. The remaining people on YUGIBOYS have
they do manage to take down the medic, so there's a chance for quite a solid defense here if they don't keep feeding like that. Or I guess Dubious wants to feed as well, that's fine. Rocky's already on last point, does a lot of damage but gets reflect killed. Elmo's still on Spy.
And Geo just walks into last, takes down 2 people, he's on a 4k. Still up, still trying to survive.
The
People
double
have to
pyro.
block the point. But the heals have arrived on the last point. The numbers are heavily in YUGIBOYS' favor.
Emerald with that crucial pan frag.
Learning from the best, imitating Shade, but difference being, Shade still won.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. Okay, double pyro from Daditude. If they do have a medic
Double
and also
pyro
a sniper.
sniper heals, that is interesting to say the least.
So their entire team's gonna probably just sit near big door.
Oh, they actually walk up
Or are these
inside with
pyros
pyro on
pushing,
heal,
yeah.
going aggressive. Yui goes down.
Reflect kills
Yui
you.
reflect, but Enru pipes down the medic.
Faith does
And-
get
and
2
losing the
headshots
fight.
onto Enrith and kills him. Elmo and Geo chasing down that sniper frag. And now
At
they
the end
gotta
of
go
the
back
day-
and cap.
At the end of the day, no matter how many of classes you have, Scout still tends to be really good at this game. Unless there's 10 engineers, but I highly believe that against Rules, so we won't see that at least. Spy up for you. This is the stab onto the
Dave is
soldier.
completely alone on second, being pushed by the pyro. But nothing's gonna come of it. Trying to get those reflect arrows. Not quite gonna happen. So Dave was not, and the Spy gets Yui on the point. Dave was not healing for quite a while there. So they've still got 50, 40-ish ad. But
Ooh, Faith
Just
Spy
frag
taking down
heavy.
the soldier. The pyro tries to feed into them. But Enru was ready for a 2 down, make that 3 headshot on the sniper for Yui, not Yui, Ammo. Excuse me, point gets played, nobody up time to prevent that. That is
Dave.
2-0.
popping his Uber for the stats, and then trying to block cap for the classic medic play. So, Spy and Sniper and Pyro. No scouts from Daditude, which difficult.
The control point is being contested.
But the Huntsman Sniper from Elmo,
Yeah, they
truly a
play
gamer.
pretty passively. Amrud is kinda alone. On his side, gets jumped by Enru. Enru saw it coming, but misses the shot. Still, his team takes down 2 people, both pick classes going down. Everybody else is not really in the fight. Rocky coming in from behind, taking only out Dubious, however.
Yeah, Dubious just kind of standing still in the choke point. Console gamer goes for the market guard, gets Huntsman, and well, the medic, blue medic may get out here, or not. He didn't want to. He wanted to join his pyro. There's
We currently have
Rocky
a
just
75
joined
going on. Oh, never mind.
Blue's
Yeah, Rocky just accidentally switched the DuMmTm, probably pressing the wrong key there on his keyboard. It doesn't
possibly.
matter. And they still
Maybe
won
you
this
wanted to
round.
help him out. Alright, 3-0. Probably only 2 more rounds in this. Rocky is on pyro. It's finally broken. Needs to reflect some rockets. Okay, I'm gonna be watching the Elmo Huntsman Sniper, see what I can get done.
Well,
It's
he
coming
does
up on
have
the
two
right
snipers to
side.
compete with. And again, just really passive from Daditude, just not wanting to play aggressive into this. And Faith actually gets the first headshot onto Dave directly. Rocky going down to the Huntsman Sniper, both snipers very successful on Daditude. The Pyro does go down, they're in choke, but there's nothing to protect the Demo nor the Sniper. Emerald can't heal that fast. Geo takes down 3 people in a row. Console Gamer coming up from drop down, he gets spotted, still takes down Elmo. And now it's just Geo and Emerald on second.
Yeah, just kind of feels like 4 different games going on at the moment, but it's kind of everyone's doing their own thing, taking their own duels on whatever class they want. It's kind of hard to keep a track of everything.
We have Yui on Engineer. He is sick of the Pyro, he just does what deals with it best.
He wants to set up the sentry and lobby, park the bus.
He just sets it up right in front of them, however. I don't think that is the best idea. Even a pan medic can take him on, but Elmo with the return frag on the medic takes him out. frags flying everywhere. We have Rocky on the point as Pyro, takes on Faye. From the other side, Yui on Engineer, takes on Dubious as the last man standing. And that's eventually get around. So looks like Daditude have broken YUGIBOYS a little bit, forcing them to play their own game, but the quality difference is still there by a mile.
Yeah, we got the Yui engineer to mid. Gonna set up some nasty sentries.
But they have the counter spy already on the field.
Oh, that's game over then. Perfect counter.
He sets it up on their side as well, and as always, they're pretty slow to arrive here.
Two
And they
picks
actually
go for
managed to find
Daditude.
the first picks, yes. Spy on the medic. You set up a sentry and there's a pyro up, who can't really do that much against the sentry alone. He has healed, however. Gets taken down by constant game on the other side. They're actually winning
Player
the mid fight.
advantage here. I think they want a mid.
And I think that was lag, but
Yeah.
Andrew comes in late. He still has 2 to fight alone. Pyro right in front of him. And the flag
This
will
mid
do it.
is still going on. YUGIBOYS have
Yeah, the
re-entered.
faster spawns come in for them, and they actually clean them up. They had the heals at the end of that. Faye taking an arrow to the, well, maybe not face, because he would have died otherwise, but to his body at the very least. Gets taken down eventually by the pyro. And they didn't count for the spawners coming in faster. And they're still going.
The
And
Rocky
the Rocky pyro
Pyro.
is turning up. Ooh,
Oh, loses the duel to Bird. That's
with heals
embarrassing.
as well.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Has the control point.
Unfortunate. There is a teleporter exit in lobby from Yui. Going for those
Not even low,
telefrags.
it's in lower. It got spotted though. The quest, ooh.
Oh,
Will
that's
the
right, yeah.
Telecam come in. The pyro is waiting for it. That
could be-
Yes, the telecam is coming in. They are aware of it.
And the taunt from Faye. They
They
have
still
3
lost 2
players
people
currently.
while it was happening. And why would anyone come through the teleporter now still? And YUGIBOYS is on the point countering it.
So,
And
fantastic
that's it.
teleporter bait there. Set up the teleporter, and then half of the enemy team will be looking at it, so you can just cap the point.
exactly. Tactically baiting your own demo man.
Right, that went about as quickly as probably could be expected.
There was half a mid win in there. Gotta give credit
Yes.
where it's due.
Although, I believe YUGIBOYS had capped the mid, despite being 3 players down, which meant, you know, they got their forward spawns and won it from there. But yes, they did, they almost took a mid. And, that's probably the quickest I've seen a server empty.
I mean,
Right.
if we have time and stuff, we can still watch the other game maybe after this. But let me take first a quick look at the logs to see if there's anything somewhat interesting to see in here. Which is to say, not a whole lot. The damage is significantly closer this time, but that doesn't mean too much, I would imagine, in this game.
Yeah,
And it's still a
probably
4K
not.
difference. So yeah, that definitely shows. And as you mentioned, the mid wasn't kept up, so still all red on the logs in terms of mid wins. 11 headshots for Elmo. That is something.
How many of those were, Huntsman headshots?
That is hard to tell. I don't know if he what
I think it
pistol he
was-
used.
Was it all of them? Oh no, did he play
Um,
Spy, Ambassador Spy? No?
No, he
How
did.
did he
So
get
it's all
11?
it's all arrows apparently.
All arrows. That's a gamer.
Must be. 11 headshots, 13 kills. That is something, alright.
Yeah, so Elmo is now a Huntsman main.
Hit him up for your good keep competitive team.